I've seen lots of people making wooden laser cut earrings, but I haven't really seen anyone making necklaces. So I'm going to play with that concept a little bit today. I am going to make a necklace, and I'm also going to be having some fun with paint. Hello, welcome to The Stylish Maker. My name's Carol. At the weekend, I was at an artisan market and I saw lots of laser engraved this and that, but I didn't see any laser engraved or laser cut jewellery, which was a big surprise to me because it is all over the internet. I'd like to thank xTool for sending me the F1 so I can review it for you. In my opinion, having used it now for a little while, it is a really great addition to your jewellery making kit. It's an investment piece, but absolutely well worth it. I used a very fine 1mm piece of basswood for this project. You'll also need some jump rings and a piece of chain, as well as a clasp. First, we're going to cut some components. Now we're going to come into the xTool creative space, and I've already got my project all ready for you. And I've also left you a file in the accompanying blog post so that you can make this without having to do all the design work yourself. So I'm going to open my flower bib necklace file. And the first thing I'm going to do is go down to the left-hand side and click the layers and objects list. And this shows me the layers of this necklace. Now, when I turn all of these on, at the moment they're all turned off, I'm going to come in and turn them all on so that you can see. Now, as you can see, they're stacked on top of each other, but that's fine. This necklace is composed of 4 flowers, and I have holes in each one so that we can connect them with jump rings to the other piece. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off all of the flowers except the main one so that I can see just this one. And I'm going to come over to the cut section over here with my flower selected, and I'm going to choose 100% power and 7mm speed and 1 pass. Then I'm going to go and click the framing button with the piece selected. You may need to move it around a little bit once you've got your wood in there and make sure that it is all in the right place. And this time we're just cutting, so we do need the honeycomb on there. Once I've framed it and I've got it in the right place, I'm going to turn off framing and I'm going to go to process. And then I'm just going to click the start button. Now that my first flower is printed, I'm going to come over and turn that one off, and I'm going to turn on flower 1. And once I've selected it, I'm going to make sure my settings are correct. I'm going to frame it, stop framing, and I'm going to go to process. And I'm going to repeat that with the other 2 flowers. I've got my pieces in front of me here, and I need to lay them out in the way that I'm going to connect them. So my large flower goes with the 2 holes on one side there and the other 2 separated holes, so they have one in between. That's the main part. And then I have the middle-sized flower here, and this one goes like this. And that petal there kind of tucks inside that gap. Then I've got my small one, and it goes this way. No, this way. And then my middle-sized petal goes this way. So that's what it looks like. Now, I did make 2 necklaces. I did make one previously and I painted it. So I'm going to show you that at the end, but first I'm going to show you how I put these pieces together. So I'm going to start off with some jump rings, and these ones are 6mm, and you do need to open them quite wide to make this work. So we're going to start on this side, and I'm going to pick up my left-hand flower and feed it on. And then what I want to do is pick up this one and back to back it with this one. So making sure that their backs are facing, and I'm going to close up my jump ring. Now, if you haven't used jump rings before, I will leave you a link for a tutorial all about how to use them. Now, I do suggest that every time you join one in, you put it back down and make sure that you've still got everything in the right place, just simply because you can get lost in this project really easily. Now I'm going to join my bottom one here, my small one, to that middle-sized flower here. Making sure they're back to back, remember, and closing up my jump ring. Just making sure it's closed really well. And while I've got it up here, I can do this one because it's in line with the other one. So I'll just pop that down while I open my jump ring. Some of my jump rings are open and they are getting caught. Okay, so I'm going to feed on this one and this one. And you've got a little bit of room to move, it's not too tight. And closing that up. So now laying it down again, making sure everything is in the right place. Okay, now I'm going to join this one to this one. And lastly, I'm going to join this flower on. So taking this one and this one. And I found it easier to work left to right. I don't know why, I just did. If you're enjoying this tutorial, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you won't ever miss anything. And also give me that thumbs up. And finally, I'm going to attach this one to this one. And there's the main part of my necklace. Now I'm going to attach some chain. So I've got two pieces of chain here that are 15 centimeters long, and I have a 17mm lobster clasp. I went with a bigger lobster clasp this time simply because this is a bigger piece. Now remember, I'm going to show you it painted in a minute, so stay tuned. Next, I'm going to take a jump ring and open it. Feed on this last loop here and the end of my chain. And closing it up just like that, and I'm going to repeat that for the other side. Now you could alter this chain to be as long or short as you would like. I just chose 15 centimeters because it was a good length for me. Next, I'm going to attach my clasp, and I want to make sure I put my clasp on my right hand side so that, because I'm right-handed, it's easier for me to do up. So that means it's this side. So just taking my jump ring and feeding on my end of my chain and my clasp and closing up my jump ring. And lastly, I'm going to put another jump ring on the other side. Just opening my jump ring, feeding on the chain and closing it. There's my clasp. Now I'm going to show you the painted one. I just used some folk art paint to paint my pieces. This one is called Lavender. I also used this one, which is called Rose Layette. This one is called Minted Aqua. This one is called Bluebell. If you're interested in making the jewellery I'm wearing today, I'll leave you a link for the earrings in the description box. With the necklace, I remade this necklace. It was originally a piece I made back in February with the Love Bug kit, but I remade it on a Zoom call with my members. And so if you would like to see that, I will leave you a link for a 7-day free trial to my membership in the description box below. So you can try it out and see what's going on over there and see if it's for you. Here's my necklace. And I really like the painted version. I am going to show you the other version in a minute, but I really like the colours, the soft pastel colours, you know, that my thing. Anyway, I did use a heavier chain for this one. So here's the unpainted one, and I really like this one as well. So let me know in the comment section, which one do you like best, the painted one or the unpainted one? Remember, there's always a link in the description box to the accompanying blog post, which sets out all the materials I used, including links. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to check me out on Facebook and Instagram as well. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.